Mr. Spock is as close to annoyed as a Vulcan can get. Lieutenant Buchard is standing around watching everyone else converse with Harry Mudd. Dr. McCoy looks like he would like to violate the Hippocratic Oath on Harry Mudd, but you know he won't.
Kirk, my friend! When have I ever given you the slightest bit of trouble?
There was the time that you tried to commandeer the Enterprise to sell Wive to miners. And then there was the time you stole the Enterprise to exchange us for androids, who were holding you prisoner.
Perhaps there have been a few minor misunderstandings.
Don't push your luck, Harry. Why do I have the feeling that I'm about to have a bad day?
Kirk, now that we're together...
It was a rhetorical question, Harry.
Given the past record of Harry Mudd, Captain, I strongly recommend that you do not trust him.
Mr. Spock, whatever gave you that impression? I thought Vulcans were supposed to be logical.
I am. Your record is that of a greedy, amoral, sociopathic fraud who preys upon human emotion, most notably gullibility.
For once, Spock, I couldn't have said it better myself.
Why, I've never been so insulted in all my life.
So, you say you know how to break the gambling machines on Kurlon 4?
It's a system that cost a gambler his life, boy. He crawled up to me and whispered it with his dying breath. And it can be yours for a mere 200 credits.
Sorry, Mr. Mudd. My mother didn't raise any fools in her family.
Starfleet! You're all the same. No sense of adventure!
Jim, you can't seriously be thinking of helping Mudd after all he's done.
Bones, Federation law is clear on this. Federation law protects everyone, even Harry Mudd.
Yeah, and we all know how devoted I am to Federation law.
About as much as the Klingons are devoted to pacifism.
There are shiny, multi-sided spherical objects in this box. Odd-looking contraptions small enough to hold in one hand. This lens, about the size of one's thumbnail, magnifies like a fine optical glass. This storage bay is stockpiled with all manner of goods.
Nothing to report, Captain.
A small energy device with a flanged opening at the front, about the size of one's thumbnail.
These are computer memory transfer media, probably designed for use with the alien computer system. Nothing to report, Captain.
Done. Done. You fail to obtain anything. Done. One of Mudd's miracle degrimers. These lenses, about the size of one's thumbnail, magnify like fine optical glass. Shiny dodecagons as long as one's hand, highly reflective, shimmering with the prismatic rainbow look of oil on water. Nothing happens. These two things fit together like they were made for each other.
Well, now I think we know why the Alassi pirates were so interested in finding out where Mudd was getting these.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. You look but see nothing of note. The room reminds you of the weapons room of some old-style warships from the early days of starfaring. The room reminds you of the... You look but see nothing of note. An elaborate piece of alien-looking machinery. A red triangular button. 2 yellow triangular buttons. 3 triangular blue buttons. A row of unmarked cylindrical containers. These cylinders have fallen down from the rest. A large claw-like device hanging from the ceiling. The room reminds you of the weapon.
A weapons delivery system. It appears to be an accessory tied directly to the alien equivalent of our ship's phasers and photon torpedoes. Unique, Captain. I believe these are self-referencing packed quantum cartridges.
Power boosters! Oh, I've read about those, but they're just theoretical.
Evidently, these are more than theoretical, Lieutenant Buchert. The energy initially released is infinitesimally small, but boosts itself until the power finally released is comparable to our photon torpedoes.
The technical journals discussing the possibilities indicated it would create a weapon of greater range than those we have now, if not a greater punch.
The machinery to deliver these cartridges would be an engineering feat as well, Captain. A weapons delivery system. Nothing to report. Unique, Captain.
Power boost!
Evidently,
The technical journals
the machinery to... The control panel has power running to it, Captain. The control panel has... Nothing to report. Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report. The device has finished loading, Captain. A most interesting technology, Captain.
If the Alassi gets hold of this, they'll make Mudd seem like a perfect caretaker by comparison.
It looks to me like these people knew how to defend themselves, Captain.
That machinery in the middle of the room, however, is like nothing I recognize, and I thought I had seen just about everything.
I wonder where that Mudd has gone. I wouldn't let him out of my sight. Mind you, I'm not too crazy about having him in my sight either.
James T. Kirk, dwarfed by the technology that surrounds him. McCoy is scowling, probably from your meeting with Harcourt Fenton Mudd. Lieutenant Buchert waiting for a chance to perform his duty. Mr. Spock is looking forward to the moment that he can sit down at the main computer and analyze the findings of this mission.
The device has been unloaded, Captain. The device has finished loading, Captain. I believe, Captain, that this weapon must be hooked up through the main weapons battery. However, I've already examined the weapons console. and the main weapons battery on this ship was completely destroyed in the action, which made her a derelict. Mr. Scott would have to go over this thoroughly, but I would recommend we try to take this weapon with us to the Enterprise.
I don't think we should tinker with technology we don't understand, Spock, and I'm surprised you'd suggest such a thing. I agree that we should take it aboard the Enterprise. I'll try to raise the ship. Kirk to Enterprise. Kirk to Enterprise. I don't think we should tinker with... I agree that we should take it aboard the Enterprise. I'll try to raise the ship. Kirk to Enterprise. Kirk to Enterprise. I wonder what's happening on the Enterprise right now.
Scotty will take good care of it, Jim. He has before.
I know, Bones.
You look but see nothing of note. You look but see nothing of note. You look but see nothing. Small containers of oddly colored liquids. Small containers. This seems to be the main monitoring station for the beds. Above it is some sort of dispensary. Padded inclines resembling a bed. You look but see nothing of note. You look but see nothing of... You look but see nothing of note. James Kirk, the paragon of a Starfleet captain, feels nothing like a paragon right now. Mr. Spock, your loyal science officer. Lieutenant Buchert, his is not to reason why, his is to obey orders and stay alert. Dr. McCoy, who isn't arguing as much with Spock as usual.
Sometimes I wish I'd become an archaeology professor instead of a Starfleet captain.
Are you religious, Jim? Is Harry Mudd a divine punishment for anything we did wrong?
I can't think of anything we did that was that bad.
You look troubled, Captain.
Sorry if I was bothering you. I was just silently cursing the day I met Harry Mudd.
Captain, count your blessings. We haven't met any salt vampires or deranged computers, blood-draining clouds, cell-imploding sirens, Greek gods, or any of the other things that people keep telling me about in security.
There's not much I wouldn't do to not have to deal with Mudd.
Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain.
It would be interesting to analyze them back aboard the Enterprise, but these are probably vaccines, medicines, and research viruses.
Do they pose any threat to us, Doctor?
None seems likely to have any effect on human or Vulcan physiology. To be on the safe side, though, I wouldn't recommend taking a snootful from one of the capsules. There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor. I certainly see nothing there calling for a ship's doctor. It would be interesting to analyze.
Do they pose any threat to us?
None seem...
I fail to see the logic in that action, Captain.